G'day all my friends back home in Melbourne and in Australia, all my Facebook friends and all ICORP followers. As you're aware, I'm on deployment in Africa, somewhere in Africa, on a problem reserve. We've been here for 3 weeks, been very active. I've just had some new friends come on board, so I'm just going to explain to them what I do. Obviously most of you do know what I do. I'm a volunteer. I'm a volunteer with the counter poaching unit with ICORP. I come out here, try to do 2 tours, 2 deployments a year if I can. It costs a lot of money to get out here for me. I fly away from Australia and all out of my own expenses, the first 2 nights accommodation, and then I get picked up and get taken into a reserve where ICORP rangers are required to stop poachers coming in and etc. Now we do all sorts of poaching activities, rhino for horn, elephant for tusk, lions for bones, meat poachers, plenty of them around, meat market. They're cruel, very cruel. There's 2 techniques. They use snares, animal gets caught up in the snare, whether it's a duiker, impala, kudu, any of those animals, zebra, and they die a very slow, painful, horrible death. Horrible. It just makes me really crazy. Then you've got your rhino poachers. As you know, they very, very dangerous people. They go for the rhino, for the horn, and then the elephants. But ICORP, we just go where we're required, where there's problem on the reserves. So we've been active here for 3 weeks, and our operations have been pretty heavy, and there was a bit of activity in the beginning, and we pretty much scared the living crap out of them because there hasn't been any more activity for the last 2 weeks since we had contact with them. Yeah, but all good, which is what we want. We don't want them back. So meat poachers also use pack dogs, many pack dogs. They use 20 dogs. They use spears and machetes, and the dogs run the animal till it's exhausted or into a fence, and then they spear it with the spears and they hack it with that machete. And the animal screams. It's horrible. Not to mention what the rhino poachers do, as you all know, they're barbaric. But so we'll be going on to another problem reserve soon. The owner of this reserve is very happy. He hasn't seen any fresh spoor anywhere, so because we're very operational all around the reserve. Very, very active, day, night, ambush, the lot. It's hard work, it's hot. There's wild animals out there, lots of snakes and puff adders, spitting cobras, and of course the black mamba, and scorpions and ticks and all sorts of creatures, spiders. But look, this is what we do. So we will be deploying another reserve, and then there'll be a 3rd reserve that we'll be going into, which they also have problems. So our job is to stop these guys coming in, a deterrent. If they come in, we'll catch them. As simple as that, and we'll deal with them. Yeah. But you know what? ICORP is a not-for-profit organisation. As we all know, we operate solely by funds of followers, donations of you people, Facebook followers on ICORP, my followers. I really appreciate all the thumbs up and the hearts, and you're doing a great job, you're a hero, this and that. I'm no hero. I don't want to be a hero. I'm here for a reason, to save wildlife. That's no hero. That's just a job's got to be done. It's just got to be done. And people like us don't do it, volunteers. We got volunteers from Middle East, Spain, the UK, Germany. People like us don't do it. They're going to go. There's just, wildlife will disappear. Really disappear. It's not a good sign. What would Africa be without its wildlife? Really. It would be just bushveld and savannah and nothing out there. Animals are beautiful, sable antelope, what a beautiful animal. Gensbok, buffalo, just amazing creatures. The rhino, gosh, that's just unbelievable. So we can't give you operational details, obviously, for confidential reasons. But yeah, look, guys, you know what? I really do appreciate you guys giving me the heads up and thanking me and stuff like that, but we're a not-for-profit, guys, and we're running out of cash. We need funds, and we got to pay for food. We got to pay for everything we need. Everyone need equipment. I've gone through my boots. Have a look at my boot. Have a look at my boot. It's in pieces. It's in pieces from walking through the scrub and through the felt, and there's things that are like this, and they got big horns on them, and oh my gosh, they go right through your foot and they tear up. And so yeah, equipment is very important. You know, gear, webbing, camelbacks, night vision. Such an important item. You know, we've got a couple of night vision, but we need more because we've got more teams. Night vision is just such a equipment that we really because most of the operations are at night. You know, poachers, they're active at night time. So night vision, it's an expensive item. We're just slowly running out of funds. We really are, and we need to employ more regular guys because we're expanding. We need to put more guys on other reserves. You know, owners around this area here, reserve owners are recognising ICORP, saying, "My God, these guys are unbelievable. They work hard. They're doing their job. You know, they're keeping poachers out." So the word gets around, the bush telegraph, and people want us there. We just haven't got enough guys on the ground. You know, volunteers. Obviously now it's a bit hard with the coronavirus going around. It's a crazy thing, damn crazy, but money. So we can employ local guys that we can have to be paid. They have to be paid. They're not going to do it for nothing like I do. They got to make a living. You got to make a living. You know, this is Africa. So local guys that are paid. We supply them with their equipment, with their gear, with their ICORP gear and weapons and all this sort of stuff. Training. Most of the guys come fully trained as from counter-poaching organisation or courses. Volunteers. Most of the volunteers are all ex-military guys or ex-police, etc., or someone that's done a counter-poaching course and is certified and has got to show us all the accreditation, etc. I need to see all the documents. I'm the volunteer coordinator. So everything goes through me, and I need to see all the documents, all discharge documents, police records, you know, all that sort of stuff. It just goes on and on. So it's not an easy gig. It really isn't. It's not for the faint-hearted, believe me. It's hot out there. We walk for hours, and there's someone who's no shade, you know, and it's a tough gig. It really is a tough gig, but someone's got to do it, eh? So please, guys, you know, $5. Can you imagine if I get $5 from every